out here and warm up for a minute. Get some vitamin D in me for a little bit and just sit out and enjoy it. I actually needed to put a sweater on because I was just chilled. So I hope everybody is doing well. It's a little bright. Sun is bright outside, but anyway, like I said we'll get some vitamin D and chit chat for a few minutes. At 8 o'clock tonight, we have Blessings Through Connection. So hopefully people will show up over there and give us a look over there. It's wonderful things happening over there as well as here. And our phones are on the way. Hi, Juan. The phones are on the way, actually. They stopped off in Memphis. They said hi to Elvis for me. Hi, Sandy. They said hi to Elvis on the way over here. So I just hope we can transport our numbers without an issue or a problem. The only one I'm really would be sad to lose is Josh's, because that's my dad's old phone number. So anyway, that's on the way over and should be here tomorrow. And then we'll go ahead and get all the stuff done on the 12th. All the cases will be here and everything. What's kind of nice about the new phone is that because Josh says get a MAGA safe case, not a MAGA, but MAGA safe case with the phones, I can have, hi, Kiss from Jay. I wanted to email you because I'd love to do a 5-question thing. I said, I know you said you got to be on your ball, but I said, I think I can do it. I'd love to be able to do that with you. So I got to email you and see if we could work that out, because I would love to do it. And I'm an open book. I'd love to do it. So anyway, it has the MagSafe case. So what's going to be nice, because yesterday I looked to see, with all the technology, I didn't even grab my microphone. With all the technology that we have, I thought there has to be a microphone that's wireless. I don't have to have one of those little dongles on the bottom of the phone. I guess there's not. I guess we haven't come that far yet. But with the new MagSafe case that we're getting, we can put the MagSafe case, and then I was able to get one of those chargers that hooks onto the back of the phone. Then I can go ahead and put the microphone on, and I don't have to choose whether to charge the phone or have the mic. If my phone is low and I need to charge it, the charger can go on the back and hook on to the MagSafe case, and then that way I can have the charge and I can have the microphone, and I don't have to determine or decide which one I want to use. I can use both. So I thought, well, that's good. And they had one in purple. I was so excited. So we got that. So we'll see how this goes. I'm excited to see it, but my phone must know it's on its way out the door, because it is taking, I've had it on the charger for hours, and it's just really struggling to even get a charge. And I thought, okay, I'm done. I said today, even if we weren't going to get new phones, I'd have to figure out something, because I can't. It's literally been on the charger for probably about 3 hours, and it went from maybe 20% to 64%, if that doesn't tell you, and it's on low battery function or whatever. It doesn't tell you that it's on its way out. And I think eventually, I think eventually that bottom part of my phone that happened, I think eventually that's going to start interfering with the workings of the phone. So it knows it's time to say goodbye-bye. It's been a good phone we've had these phones, goodness gracious, for at least 6 years. We keep our phones for long periods of time. So we'll see. Hopefully the spectrum was honest. The bill will say what they said it was going to say, and so forth. So anyway, I think probably tomorrow I'm going to try to do something. I think I want to do a topic on discouragement, because I kind of have been. Now, I did upload a devotion. I got that edited. But I kind of been going through bouts of discouragement a little bit. And I think, And my mom never got to cut my hair because she was on the phone with Christina. So tonight it's going to get cut with the Flowberizer. But, you know, I thought about it. And sometimes we can really think to ourselves and let that discouragement brain and those words come in, and they can really talk us out of keeping going, you know, keep going forward and keep doing things. And I thought we need to talk about this, because last night I was on several, I had trouble falling asleep. So I went to several different lives going on. And I thought, sometimes I feel like, am I really making a difference? Am I really, you know, having people connect with each other and helping each other and all that kind of stuff? Am I really doing what I hope I'm doing for everybody and so forth? And I was on, his name is Chevy Addicts, and I met him through Are You Locked In? And I think he's on the Source too as well. He popped into the Source last night. And he said, you know, he recognized me. He said, I met you on Are You Locked In? And he said, you told your story about your aunt. And he said, I was in tears when you told how your community came together to make sure that you got your one last hug from your aunt. And I thought, I know for myself, that's a powerful story. Because it wasn't just the people that were able to donate towards her ticket and donate points from airlines and so forth. It was all of you. It was the whole community that came together through the entire process to keep me strong and to help me through. And I thought that really meant a lot to me, to say my story of that was so powerful that it impacted somebody I didn't even realize. And I think sometimes we need to realize that there is so much power in our story. You know, there's so much power that we have to tell. And he said, you know, you just got to keep pressing forward. And I'm so glad I was in that chat. Hi, the Flow Farm. I was so glad I was in that chat last night, because I woke up this morning, and last night we had gone from 1848 in subscribers to 1855. I woke up this morning, I was doing something, and then I looked at just the numbers. I just looked to look, right? Because it's not about the numbers, it's about building a community, right? And it was at 1848 again, and I'm like, you mean everything that I did last night? I'm glad I made all the connections, and we connected with people, and people connected with us, and I'm like, YouTube just came in and took 7 away. I don't know where they went. I have no idea where they went. And I'm thinking, this is why, for a lot of people that are trying to build a YouTube community, we're not building an audience, we're building a community. Why this becomes so utterly frustrating. Because it goes, wait a minute, how could I go from, where did 7 people just unsubscribe to? And I'm really beginning to not like that word. YouTube is YouTubing again. I'm really, really not liking that word subscribe. And I've actually started to, because I used to, when I would make connections with people, and I would go into their channels and go into their stuff and comment, and I was new, I said, I'm a new subscriber. And I've said, no, I'm a new connection. Because I happened to have a brain moment the other night, and I was on my computer and trying to remember how to spell subscribe. And I looked up subscribe, and it said pay in advance. And I'm like, no wonder people don't want to hit that button. it's because they're thinking of subscribed in a payment amount. Hulu and all those other kind of things you subscribe to. If something better than Netflix and all of them came around, I'd switch. Like, it's like I'm switching. I'm not subscribed to Cricket, but every month I pay my Cricket bill. And I have we've been with Cricket, my goodness gracious, I thought about it today. 12 years? We've been them 12 years. We're not under contract, but every month I'm subscribing to them, right? For a whole month, I can't get out of it. If I've paid the month in advance, like if I wanted to transfer phone companies last month, I couldn't do it until this month because I've already paid my month. So they're not going to let me out of it, right? I could, but I'd be throwing $90 away. So I'm in it for an entire month. But we're not subscribing to people here. Yes, monetized channels have super chats and memberships and all that. And when they do come through, that's appreciated. It's never expected. I get all that. But we're still not, we're connecting. We're not subscribing, if that makes any sense. And hopefully I'm still alive. See, my phone just kind of decided to go, phew. I don't know what it's doing. My phone knows it's like, it's going bye-bye because it's acting really, really weird. Temperamental, to say the least. Let me see if no, it's up. The sun thing is all the way up, too. Anyway, but we're not. We're a community of people. And I'm having trouble seeing things because I don't know what's the sun in the eye. Yeah, I'm all good. Good. Well, it's dark, so I'm going to have trouble seeing everybody's comments. But I just thought about it today with such thing. I'm like, I really needed to hear what Chevy had to say last night. Because when I woke up this morning and 7 people just went, whoosh, I'd have been like, well, am I doing anything? And it was like, it can set up such discouragement in people. I don't care whether you're doing YouTube or whether you're doing just your daily stuff, whether you're going to, I don't care what you're doing. Discouragement can set in, and if you allow those little voices to come in and eat away, it's going to stop you from doing what you can do, because discouragement has said, wait a minute. We're going to come in and we're going to say the other thing. And out of everything I've ever done in my life, I've done Premier Jewelry, which I loved. I met some wonderful people through Premier. I've done Creative Memories. I've done all those. And I've never really been too successful with that. But other people have. And I'm like, well, what are they doing that I'm not doing? But I'm successful because even to get to the channel to be a position of monetization is something to say, you know what, you've done good. You've been successful. You've hit a mark. Because a lot of people don't get there. They just throw up their hands and say, well, why bother? This is hard. It's hard work. And I think I'm really trying to remember some of the struggles and the difficulties, because as we grow, and by the way, I'm not giving up. Like I said, I don't know what my phone is deciding to do, but literally. Hi, Josanne. I think I finally got it. Hopefully. But welcome on in. I mean, I just finally sat there and I said to myself, I'm not going to give up. I won't. I refuse to. But I think you have to be at a state of mind to say, you know what, stuff like this is hard. And I want to remember these struggles, because I want to remember them. because I want to sit here and say, when we grow and as we get bigger, I want to be looking for channels like ours and like channels that are at 4 and 5 and 600 that I can come beside and say, hey, let's help you grow. Let's help you get there. Let's help push you. I'm telling you, I don't know. My phone knows it's on its way out. I mean, it's literally, I can see myself in the reflection. Let me see something for a second. Let me get off that. I don't know whether that's it. But I cannot see everybody's comments, which is the first time that's happened. Literally. Howdy. Hi, Christopher. Wonderful. Dropped in to say, well, hello. Thank you very much for dropping on in. I'm getting my vitamin D, that's for sure. I don't know what it's like. It knows new phones are on the way. Like, this is why I was like, I think out of all of our phones in the house, Josh was like, yours was going to have to be the first one to be replaced anyway, because you're having some major difficulties lately. But I think it's up for discussion to have, to say, we have got to be a position of helping people grow and a position of coming beside people and realizing, I don't care what you're doing, discouragement can set in. And when you get discouraged, don't be quiet about it. Sometimes when we get discouraged about something, we kind of sit there going, I won't say anything because I don't want people to know I'm discouraged, right? I just want to be quiet. But that's when I think we need to speak up. We have to speak up and say, wait a minute. I've got to be able to tell people I'm struggling and I'm discouraged a little bit about something or other. Because that's when people can speak up and say, let me encourage you. I know this is difficult. I know this is hard. Whatever you're going through, it doesn't have to be doing the YouTube thing. And as I've been going back through the devotions, and I'm not re-recording them again, I think I have through till the 7th, and I've taken a break from doing devotions, and I'm going to get caught up and get those recorded. But as I'm going through watching and editing them, I've really looked and I thought, boy, I almost thought I should just go ahead and re-record all of them. And I thought, I just don't have the energy to do that. But I'm thinking, I really look tired in a lot of them. And I thought, this is part of the journey. You know, when I lost my aunt in March, that was a real hard hit. And then all the stuff that happened with my health and me winding up in the hospital and all that kind of stuff, my energy level was depleted. And so you can see that as I'm doing the devotions, I'm getting better and better and I'm stronger, but you can still see where my energy level is kind of nil, even when I was recording them kind of in June. And I've improved, my energy levels improved and all that kind of stuff, and my body has recovered from all that. But I'm like, no, this is part of the journey. If people look at the devotions and think, man, she looks tired, it's because I was. But what was I still doing? I was still pressing forward even though it was hard. I was still going through it even though it was hard. I was still making myself do it even though I was tired. And I think that that is something to be said in life. We get discouraged and then we think, oh, well, nobody wants to hear that we're discouraged. Nobody wants to hear that, we're kind of, struggling. That's why this community is here. Discouragement is not a bad thing. Discouragement, I think everybody goes through in life in certain circumstances and certain situations in our life. But if we're quiet about it, there's nobody that can sit there and lift us up and say, you know what, here. Because sometimes we need that. I'm thinking, I knew that the story about Patty and the community coming together in order to help her come up here so that we could give her that one last hug was impactful. I know it was, but I didn't realize how impactful it was to be able to tell that story. Because why? Everybody has lost somebody. Everybody has maybe not had a chance to do what we did in August. And I'm just seeing if anybody else commented, because it literally, it's like I'm watching a mirror on my phone. I don't know why. I don't know what it's choosing to do. But anyway, it is what it is. But I just think we have to realize that we can be an encouragement to other people in multiple ways, whether it's here, whether it's, I've been a cashier in my lifetime, and I can tell you there were days where it just was like, man, I don't really want to be here. And yet I had to put a smile on my face. And I had to let people know I was happy to serve them, even though I was really struggling inside. And when the people took time to say something, when they took time to say thank you for what you're doing, it really made a difference. I didn't feel as if I was doing it for nothing. And I literally, think that the service industry is one of the toughest industries to work in, because there's days when you do not feel like doing anything, and yet you're having to just kind of put on your best face and go in there, and your whole world could be falling apart. I mean, I remember going to work after Christina had been diagnosed with diabetes in 2013 thinking, oh my Lord, I'm really, this is really hard to put on a face. I'm so tired, because I had to learn a new life with her. I had to wake up after she got out of the hospital. I had to wake up, High New Horizons, I had to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning for about 2 or 3 months in the middle of the night and test her sugar. So I was waking up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, going through, waking up enough to get her up, let her know that I'm going to poke her finger, because it's not like I could go in there silently, wake her up, do the test, find out, what it is, what her sugar is. And if it's low, I had to go get her a snack. So maybe by the time I got back to bed, it was like maybe 2:45, 2:30 in the morning. It depended whether her sugar was up or not. And then, of course, by that time, I'm somewhat awake. Hi, Alfonso. I'm somewhat awake. And then I have to go back to sleep. And I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I had to do that for 2 or 3 months. And I go to work, and man, I was so tired. And then she was having so many problems at home because she was an autistic individual dealing with diabetes in a whole new way of life, and having to be poked and tested. And I had to go and work. Hi, like everything was okay. And, I think if we're discouraged in life, we have got to realize we need a place to talk about it. There's nothing wrong with talking about it. And when people uplift you, it's an amazing thing to see and happen. And, I just think that, I think people that are on YouTube that say, you know what, I don't want content. I don't want to do content. That's great. That's, whether you put content on your channel or not, you still have a channel. Up to you if you want to. If you're doing it, boy, it's a lot of work. That I can tell you. But even if you don't, if you say, listen, I'm not somebody that wants to put content on my channel, use it to help your favorite content creators get their reach out a little bit more. And I'm going to tell every content creator, I am so glad that I was in chats last night and I was connecting with people and I was helping them and I was doing that. I really felt good. Even though this morning YouTube decided, well, we're just going to take 7 subscribers away from you for whatever reason. I have no idea. None whatsoever. Oh, this is frustrating. I've never had this before. I'm seeing it. Oh, hi, Shot Chick. My, you were on the road today? My phone, which is on its way out, is acting up. And literally I can barely see everybody. I don't know what's happening with it, but it's on its way out. It's been on the charger for 3 hours and it got like 20% charge. So it's time for new phones. It's time, and they are on their way. They stopped by in Memphis. They said hi to Elvis for me on the way. I was like, yes, say hi to Elvis for me. But I just thought of that today, and I thought, you know what? This is a topic. And it doesn't have to be discouragement for trying to do a YouTube channel. And it's just discouragement in life. You get up in the morning and you do the same thing over and over again, and you're tired, or it feels like you're never crawling out of a hole. Maybe it's a financial hole, or maybe it's, something that you're going through personally, or whatever it is. Guys, we got to be here to lift each other up. And I just think people haven't seen it all. There's people that are seeing what YouTube is all about, which is community. And I don't think it was what it started out to be, but it's what it's turned into be, is building communities. That's why I said we're building a community, not an audience. But at the same time, it just, I can't. I have every intention of messaging or emailing Chevy and saying him thank you last night, because boy did I need that. I needed that last night, for somebody saying, I heard your story about your aunt and I was in tears. That was so impactful, and I'm like, thank you. Because too, it makes my aunt's story of dealing with stage 4 liver and lung cancer and battling that for a year and a half, and having her go through what she did, it makes her story where she's not forgotten. See, I know I haven't even opened the trunk yet to deal with any of that. I haven't even opened the trunk to even think about my aunt and even cry over her. I don't even know if I want to. I'm not ready yet for that, because it's just it hurts too much. I loved her. She could be a spitfire. She could be hard to deal with at times, but I miss her. I'm waiting for her to call, and I know she's not going to call, but you guys have a story to tell, whether you tell it here on this platform. If anybody does not have a channel, but they have a story and they want to tell their story, reach out to us. We will gladly give you a place to tell your story. I have no problem with that. But we all have stories to tell. They all can be powerful. We don't know how much it can impact somebody. I remember the first time, it was almost like I was kind of a little embarrassed to say to everybody on YouTube that watched, I have a little bit of issues riding on the highway. I don't deal with that well at all. And I deal with anxiety when it comes to that. And I remember having the first time that I did a live stream on the road, and I thought, I can't show people what I go through. And I remember kind of showing them how I was kind of struggling on the highway. We had to be on the highway for something. And I remember after the live was over, somebody saying, thank you for showing that, because I go through that. I deal with that. I have to go through that. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not alone. If you're a mother who's raising an autistic child, and you have somebody that's gone through just raising an autistic child, because 9 times out of 10, most of their struggles are, most of an autistic child's individual struggles are to themselves, and so everybody is different. But just to be able to say, hey, you're not by yourself, you're not alone. You know, I know what it's like to have struggles sleeping because your child has difficulty sleeping. That's one of the first questions I ask an autistic mom. What's your sleeping, what's your sleep pattern like for the child? And they say, oh, it's terrible. I'm like, I know exactly what that's like. I did it. I remember telling somebody at work that my daughter was still sleeping. I was still sleeping with my daughter, and she was 12, and I got the most horrific response out of the person's mouth. And I said, well, I'm sorry, she's autistic. I'm going to sleep where I can sleep so I can sleep. So I can come here and work. So I can put food on the table and rent and a roof over our head. Thank you all very much. And see, I met Short Chick through the source. And it's just all about connections. It's all about connecting with each other. It's all about saying, yeah, we're going to go through stuff. But do we have to really do this by ourselves? None of us should have to. None of us should have to sit here going through it by ourselves. We had a really busy day the day before and yesterday, and I'm wiped today. I'm really tired today, so I'm like taking it really easy because I'm having a heightened pain day. I couldn't go out. I mean, this is about out as you're going to get me today, out in the sun and so forth. That's about it. That's all I can do today. But this is where having this community to come together means so much. And I said, I'm not even looking at 1900. We're looking at the 2K mark. And we'll get there. And it's going to be fine. But I can see, I woke up this morning thinking, this is why people stop at the 3, the 4, the 8. They stop at 12. They stop at 1800. Because they're thinking, why bother? I'm never going to get there. And every time I have said that within this journey, I have said, oh, thank goodness I didn't listen to that voice. So whatever you're going through, this does not have to be YouTube related, but this is where my mind is going today. Whatever you're going through, you may need to sit down and reevaluate it and look at it from a different perspective. Because it's maybe something that you've been trying to do and it's just not going to work. Like, I could sit here trying to do an amigurumi, which is a crochet stuffed animal. I applaud the people that can do that. I don't do that well. Never will do it well. I do blankets. That's my jam. I do scarves, but I really, really enjoy blankets. I could sit here and really frustrate myself to no end trying to do an amigurumi. I'm not going to do it. Crafty, which 232 does a beautiful job at doing that. I love watching her do that. She does a great job. It's not my jam. Now, we do the crochet connection cakes. That's about all I'm going to get done when it comes to that. We do our soap caddies, but I really enjoy doing the blankets. That's where I am really, really good at. But if I was doing that, let's say I was trying to do amigurumi, and I wanted to be able to get to a point of selling that, I'd probably frustrate myself out. And I'd probably throw up my hands and say, forget this. This isn't going to work. Nobody's buying it. Nobody wants it. Why? Because I'm not good at it. But I think I'm good at this. At least I hope I am. And I'm going to keep pressing through. But I think sometimes when we get discouraged, we need to reach out to our friends and say, listen, I just need a little pep talk. We need to give ourselves the permission to give our own selves a little pep talk and say, we're not going there. Because if we don't, there could be something right across, the next hill, right? Hi, Butler Family Farm. Good to see you. It could be something across the next hill that we're forgetting and we're missing. Guys, don't get discouraged whatever you're doing in life. You may have to look at it, you may have to examine it, you may have to talk to a therapist about it, you may have to talk to a counselor about it, right? But don't stop. You know, if you're struggling with something, our email is on our thing. If you need to email us and just write it out in an email, I'll gladly look at it and respond back. I just think that sometimes we're missing, we work really hard on something and we just don't finish the race. We just throw up our hands with whatever it is, and you're missing the win. See, to me, the win is not the numbers game. Boy, if I was in the numbers game when it came to, I'd have been gone a long time ago. It's not about the numbers. It's about building the community. It's nothing to do with the numbers. The numbers games, forget it. It's nothing to do with that. It's about building the community. If I was paying attention to the numbers and going in and going, where did 7 subscribers go all of a sudden? Because YouTube's just playing YouTube, I'd have been gone. But it's not about the numbers. And I don't know who said that, or whether I just came up in this brain of mine, I don't know. How the fact that I'm not building, and we're not here building an audience, we're building a community, right? We're building a community of support and a community of people. We're giving people shout outs because we want them to grow. We want you guys finding other amazing communities out there. Because we know, as much as I would love to go live every day, I know my body couldn't handle doing that every day. I couldn't do it. I can do it in December, and then by the time from December 1st through the 2nd, and then after the 2nd, I have to take like a week off because I'm exhausted. I said it's a numbers game, but I don't worry about the subs that don't stay. Yep, I don't worry about them. I just wonder where they are. I just wonder where they just magically go. But again, it's all about hitting the connection button. That's why we came up with the YouTube Shuffle. It's about YouTube Shuffle. Hit the connection button. You know, the connection to the right, connection to the left. You got connection. I know we can't change YouTube that they say the subscribe button, and maybe they should change it to the connection button, right? And then make it to the subscribe button if somebody's monetized. But I think it needs to be changed to the connection button. And if YouTube won't do it in your own head. When you go to a channel and visit them, look at the subscribe button and say, do I want to connect with that channel? Take a look around, explore the channel. You know, if we're going to go pick out something for our house, right? Or if I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby and get the stuff for blankets, right? I don't go in blindfolded and just start picking out colors. They come and they go at times. People watch the short, then they come and go. Yep, exactly. You know, the thing is that here's the thing we have to realize is that if I went to Hobby Lobby and just started picking up yarn and said, we'll put a blanket together, I may come up with a blanket that looks halfway decent, or it may be a train wreck, right? If I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby, I'm going to take a look at all the colors. I'm going to match them up. I'm going to look at all the different kind of, you know, things and so forth. And we kind of need to do that when we're exploring YouTube channels. Go in and have a visit. I would never send my husband, and here's even a better example, I would never send my husband into Hobby Lobby to pick out blankets for, you know, for the yarn. Because I know if I did, boy, oh boy, I may get a train wreck. Because he's not good with that. So when we're going into YouTube, we need to go in and explore the channels and say, do we want to be connected with this channel? Like Butley Family Farm is a great channel. All these channels in here, you know, are amazing channels and great places to connect. You guys are not just a screen name. You're a person behind the screen name. You are. You're a person behind the screen name. You're not just a screen name, at least to this girl. You're not your family. A lot of you are. Whole community. That's what we're doing. We're building community. And I just don't want anybody to ever feel as if you sent me to Hobby. Oh, I cannot wait for my new phone. I may end up buying a tree. Exactly. Oh my goodness. But I just thought of it today and I thought, we all need to lift each other up. We all need to encourage each other. It's all about community. It's all about connection. And if I was cold before, guys, I am nicely toasted now, that's for sure. Hi, Wills. How are you? So at 7 o'clock, we're going to be at Blessings Through Connection, which is just another way of us being able to give back to you guys, allowing you guys to come in, connect with each other. Probably tomorrow. We have one at 2 o'clock, Blessings Through Connection at 2. And then I go on with Alfonso at 9:30. So if I have enough time, which I think I should. No, I won't. Sunday, we have one more calming stream, which the calming streams, so everybody know, those ones are just, you come in and the comments are turned off. Oh, Will, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That goes to Mama. I appreciate that very much. Very, very much. That goes to Mama. I just come on here for the much needed connection, and I'm grateful. But guys, when she gets any of those, it warms my heart because I know it goes to her and she can use it in any way she needs to use it. So I feel like I'm doing something good for somebody, and I'm getting the benefit of the connection from it. But the calming streams, we turn off the comments, we totally disable the comments, and we just allow that the same background and the same music that we use during our Let's Connect streams. So you guys can actually come in, connect. Sandy, if you could put exclamation point B as in boy, T as in Tom, C as in cat. That's our other channel. And then we turn off the same background music and the same like video music. We use those in the calming streams. And then that way you guys can enjoy just relaxing and having those as like relaxing streams. So we have one more to get caught up with, and then next week we'll do 2 more, and then we'll be totally caught up. And this way, after those, I just haven't had a chance to do one, but I think it'll probably be Sunday. I'll finish the last one that really needs to be caught up. And then next week we'll do one more, and then we'll be totally caught up after the following week. We'll be totally caught up for it. And then that way they'll just come out once a week. But then you guys could sit there and just let them play, let them just, if you just need to relax or what have you, or have something beautiful in the background, then you can just watch it. And the comments are turned back on after the live stream is over. It's just, well, it's on. At least I can put it on for 6 to 8 hours, walk away, get some stuff done, and let it run. And then it's there for you guys. Because some people have said they've come into Blessings Through Connection and just enjoyed the music in the background. So we thought we'd just offer it by itself without, doing our shout outs and interrupting it, and me talking, interrupting through things. And if anybody wants to do an interview, getting to know you interview for over there, reach out to us. I've got one that I need to do, and I had to think about those interviews because I'd encourage you to go watch our stream on why we watch YouTube and look at the report. And I thought, I don't think I was originally going to be doing it from a sense of, their YouTube journey and all that. I thought, no, I want to do this more to get to know the person behind it. I want you to get to know the content creator, right? Hi, Real Odds and Evens. How you doing? I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to this new phone, guys. I don't know why this is doing it. It knows. It knows it's on its way out. Like a 20%. Oh, 3 hours worth of charging went right out the door. But I am going to like it because with the MAGA case, you can put that little MAGA charger on the back and then I can still have the microphone. So I'm looking forward to it. It just needed to, I'm still wishing, yeah, I know. And Alfonso, there's just been a lot going on. Josh had a lot with his doctor's appointment, and I was trying to wait to get Christina's caught up. So maybe next week, let's focus on doing that. There's just been a lot. There was a lot. And then I had some sciatic nerve issues and all the fun stuff, I'm telling you. And then there's just been a lot of stuff going on. But we'll get there. But guys, if you're discouraged about something, just put 1 in the chat if you're discouraged about something going on. You don't have to tell us what it is. If you're discouraged about something going on in your life, put 1 in the chat. If there's something going on in your life right now that you're just discouraged about, put 1. And let you know that we are here. Like Sandy's saying there's something. We are here. We may not be able to help it, but we're here to support. Right? Grateful. Oh, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I had a kind of a situation in my life a little bit. And I try very hard on the lives to not bring God in too much, but I have my faith. And God just said, Mary, as long as you're focused on the negative, I'm not going to change it, right? And I started thinking, I got to start looking for something in that specific situation to be thankful for every day. And I've started to do that. And it's changed how I look at it. And it's sometimes not very big. It's just a little small something. And sometimes it's the same thing I'm grateful for every day. Right? But it's a start to look at it. It's just, I think that when we're discouraged, I think sometimes we just need a boost. And I can tell you tonight this was a boost. This is exactly what I needed. I thought, I need a little vitamin D. I'll sit out here and let the sun hit me. Let y'all know we're going live at 8 o'clock over at Blessings Through Connection, right? And I'll just come on, sit outside, enjoy the weather. And I'm not much of a person who likes the heat. I can't wait till it gets cooler. But there are some fall leaves a-changing. Ooh, I love it. I love it. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Let me see if I can. Can you see over there where the trees are changing just to start? Just to start over there. Just a little bit. Yep. Oh, I agree. Absolutely. I think gratitude journal is, absolutely. But I just thought, how many people are, and sometimes we just need to. And that's another place we've done the, both channels. We have the Mocha's Daily Connection Hub, and then we have the Daily Connection Hub over at Blessings Through Connection. And that's a place you guys can go daily and put the post, just say, hey, have a great day, everybody. Or if you're already connected with somebody, you can go into the comments and go over to their channel. Maybe watch a short for them. Give a thumbs up on the short. Leave a comment. Do something, because that helps. Even if it's just to say, hello, how are you? Maybe it's somebody you haven't connected with yet, and it gives you the availability to connect. Even if it's just a hello. I hope to keep growing those, and people add comments. We try to add a comment in there every day. It doesn't always happen, but we try. But even if it's just to go in there and say, hey, you know what? Oh, you're welcome. Well, that's why we do it. That's why we do it. We do it. And that's one thing when we were looking at memberships, the way we wanted to run our memberships, it was something that was suggested, offer shout outs. I don't want to do that. I want to just I want to do it because I want to do it. I want to do it because I enjoy doing it. I want to be able to share other great communities and be able to spread the word about somebody. I don't want to do it because they have to be a member to do it. I don't want to do that. So we just offer the $2.99 and you get the videos early. Like the video for the daily devotion is out. It will release 8 o'clock for everybody, but the members get it first. Or we have other videos coming down the pike. Those will come out first. So next week, hopefully, we have the Blueberry Fest here in where we live. And then, well, that's awesome. I'm glad I inspired it. And we have the 99-cent membership, and that just helps to support the channel. That doesn't really have any, just a basic membership there. But we have a 99, or next Friday, we have the Blueberry Festival, which we may go to. But then my husband and I are going to try to go. We've invited the kids. That's my son-in-law and daughter. Sorry, there's too many kids till I leave this world. Is a light laser show and balloon festival. And we're going to go to that. That should be really cool. So we're looking to go to that. And then on the 14th, which is my daughter's birthday month, time for a haircut, birthday month, the Clydesdales for the Budweiser are coming to our local area in Ashland, Ohio. So we're going to go there and show you the Clydesdales. Hi, G, buddy, how are you? So those are a couple things we're going to be doing a little bit as far as, and of course, when the fall leaves start coming, we're going to for sure go down to the Amish country and let you all see that. We love going down to the Amish country. And so that's that. Love seeing the fall leaves. Love it. I said to somebody the other day, I said, I can't wait for fall. Cannot wait. And G-Body was somebody that I met yesterday in Chevy Addicts channel. And so, you know, you just have to keep pressing through. Realize when you get discouraged, you know, you have a community. That's why we have our group. If you go to our link tree, several of our groups are on there. Blessings Through Connections, our lighthouse beacons, because everybody needs to be a lighthouse, right? Everybody needs to be a beacon of light. So we have that group. So if there's things going on, post it in there. Let people know. In that group, we don't accept pages. We just accept people and so forth. But over on Blessings Through Connections Facebook group, we accept people that, yes, you linked with the source. Absolutely. Yes, that's right. 2 different places we did. And then in Blessings Through Connections, we allow people to post anything that they have going on YouTube. It's time to feed the animals all. Well, and Joy, say hello to them all. We've got one in there. That's the Mocha. That's the Mocha. Somebody's ordered pizza. Somebody got the pizza going. It's going awful fast around the neighborhood, I can tell you that. So, my phone's sitting at about 20%, I think it is, something like that. But anyway, it's getting awful. Let's see what time it is. It's getting awful. I'm getting awful warm. I could take you inside and let you see Mocha, if she'll let me. You can go in there and see her real quick. Those that haven't seen Mocha yet. I'll take you inside because it's getting a little warm out here, guys. Whew. I needed it, though. I gotta get my water. I needed it. I needed to get warmed up. But I'll let you take you inside and let you see Mocha. Now I can see you. I couldn't see you before because I don't know what the screen was doing. Let's take you through and we'll let you see Mocha. This is, let's see. Oh, she's hiding underneath there. I don't know if I can get her. Can you mute that for a second? Hi, Purpose. Productive. She's hiding. She's baking in the sun herself. Let's see. Oh, Mocha. You gonna say hi to people? You've got a fan club. You know that? Here. There she is. There's some Mokies. There's some Mokies. Yeah, there's some Mochas. Yep, that's the superstar, right? You gonna sit? Mocha, sit. Mocha, sit. She don't wanna listen. She said, you disturbed me, huh? She likes her pets, don't you? Where you going? Where you going, huh? You gonna say hi to everybody? No. I'm too busy getting pets. There you go. See, everybody see your pretty face. There's your pretty face. Yeah. There's your pretty face. Oh. Dim ears. Good girl. What's a good girl? Yes. We haven't shown Mocha for a while. Mocha was a dog who was a foster fail. She's actually my daughter's dog we're caring for. And she was actually rescued out of a home that some neighborhood kids were holding her by the collar and choking her. And then she went to another home where they actually hit her every time she did something wrong. So she's been through a lot in her life up to the 1.5 years. Hi, Nancy, that we got her. She went through a lot in her 1.5 years. Yeah, she said, I went through a lot, didn't I? People were mean to me. Took me away from my mom probably too early. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. She said they were mean. I think they did something with her crate and maybe abused her in her crate. Hi, get together. Yeah. But she'll sit here for hours letting me pet her. She said, I love to be petted. This afternoon, I hit my foot on the table. She was sitting beside me. She was all over me, on top of my lap as quick as could be, because she was like, I know you're hurting. I'm here to help. I'll be here to comfort you, right? I stopped. Do you see her? I stopped. She'll go, excuse me. Don't stop. You're too funny, Mocha. You are too funny. You know that? To look for my hand. She'll see. She wants it back again. Say, I want to be petted. Look at you. You're such a superstar. Yes, she is. Yeah. Yes, she is. She has to, she goes through a lot. She's given a lot of love, that's for sure. We give her lots of love, don't we? Don't we? Just like, wait a minute. She's like, don't stop. Don't stop, huh? Yeah, she's a good girl. She's a good girl. We love our Mocha, that's for sure. So I thought I'd show you all Mocha. And y'all see her. I'm gonna go get some things done, but I just thought I would hop on. And now I can see you, and I can see the comment. I don't know. I don't know anymore. But join us over at Blessings Through Connection. We'll be on at 8 o'clock, so that's more connection for you guys. But anyway, remember, you guys are amazing. Don't stop. Don't stop. Keep going. If you need some uplifting, there's a community here that'll uplift you. We're all going through something. We all struggle with something, but we're all here to support each other. We are building a community, not an audience. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. So remember to be proud of being yourself, because everyone else is taken. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. And we have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And we'll see you at 8 tonight. Blessings Through Connection. Love you all. Have a great night.